Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And with all the new players coming in and a lot of Octagram emblems that have been given out over the past, I'd say, couple months, realistically. I mean, we're getting 90 of them just from the Bamboo Forest. I know that's not a new player-friendly thing, but they have been giving away a lot more Octagram emblems as of late. And so a question I've been seeing all over the place is, who should I get as a newer-ish player? Who is the most worth it out of these 8 units? And I'm here to answer that question and prove to you why, because of a change that they made recently with, the beginning wall of content being Conquest. And your choice for all new players should be Octagram Guy. Milim, Romulus, Leon, Valentine, Daggerel, Dino. Valentine is good for stacking teams that are endgame and you need more damage. That's not something new players should focus on. Romulus being a healer, healing is not too big of an aspect in this game. For the most part, there are some teams that can benefit from it, but generally we don't find much use for her. And the rest of these units at just their initial copy are just not good. Guy gives you the most versatility as a newer player because of his guaranteed chance to stun one enemy. So if we go find, my Octagram Guy is still only level 80. That's all I need him for. All I need him for is the stun. His orb change, I don't care about it. I care about the 100% chance to stun a single target. Because what they have done just a little while ago is for conquest battles. This is the new player wall of difficulty, right? You need to do conquest to get gear, to get hammers and cores, to make new gear, to get higher gear, to make sure your characters can survive in some of the tougher fights moving forward. This is going to be your early game content wall where you farm a lot before you can move on to Tempered Edge and the beatdown battles and some of the other content. But recently they took out the EX difficulty. There used to be 5, and now there's 4. And what's interesting about that is that you could not stun the EX difficulty on any conquest, ever. But with the Master difficulty, you can stun all 7 fights. And they're only one enemy. So Guy, being a single target stunner, makes a lot of sense for people who may have difficulty clearing some of these stages, especially Space Milim, who is still one of the more difficult bosses in the game. Even though this event came out at the beginning, at game release, she was stupid difficult at the beginning. You needed a very specific setup to do it. And now that we have EX characters, you can one-turn her pretty much. But if you don't have that option, maybe you're a little underpowered, maybe you're new, your gear's not great, she can straight up murder 3 units in one turn if she wants to. But you can stun Milim. You can stun any of these stages, which makes it really good for newer players to pick up Octagram Guy so you can give yourself a better chance of winning. And especially if you've been doing the ticket summons on this banner that we've been getting for free. I've got 133 saved up for a video, but you may have pulled a few EX units out of here, and they are very, very powerful. And the Conquest, if you have some EX characters, they're not too hard, but some may give difficulty. So today we're going to run through and just use the new meta, the Visions of Coleus team, and we're going to slaughter every single stage of this with having Octagram Guy stun them at a pivotal point. So this video could be long. I don't really know how long they're actually going to take because these stages aren't difficult for me. I'll have timestamps, but I just want to show you the power of Octagram Guy and how good it is to pick him up as your first unit. Okay, so we're going to go in using the meta team just off the first banner, so Violet, Rimuru, Valentine, free-to-play Cliche. The hero is a pickup that you pretty much need to get as a new player from the ticket selectors and all that. And then we've got Octagram Guy, because he's, the whole point of having him here is to stun. So this is assuming you didn't summon for Blanc, or you got, the 3 banner units on the first, and then you got shafted on Blanc, whoever knows. She's not really necessary for this, because I highly doubt we're going to get to a nuke turn. But, we're going to go into each Master Conquest, and we're just going to probably steamroll through it. Now, if you have different protectors, especially if they give the extra damage buff against whatever element you're fighting, like Frey is giving extra damage against fire, so if you've got Frey, then put her on, and you'll murder Ifrit very, very quickly. But I'm just going to use the same team because it's the meta, and most people should, quote-unquote, have them. So let's bring Violet in here for Guy. Now, the thing with Ifrit is that he likes to ult forever and ever and ever. And another thing to note is that I intentionally nerfed my team by not having a support protector. I took all of my attack gear off my units. They still have defense and HP gear, but I wanted to give it a little bit of a maybe balancing act as far as damage is concerned. Here, it actually worked out fairly well, because we can take Cleash out, and we can actually use Guy's Orb Change, and we'll get the ult for Violet, and it'll work pretty well. And then next turn, he's going to ult us, he's got his attack, and he's got his crit damage buff. But if we're going to ult and we don't kill... Oh, we got natural synergy there. Okay, cool, that works. And then, okay, then newer players would take a little bit more damage than that. But let's go ahead and stun him, just in case he survives this turn. I don't know if he will or not, but certainly something to keep in mind. And do we have a buff at all that we can use? Not really. Let's use the Rimuru Orb Change and just get some blues here. Ult with Violet, 30k, and synergy, and he's almost dead. Perfect, and we got a bunch of Violet Orbs right here. You know what? Let's stun him again. He just can't do anything, so even if we don't kill here, he's still stunned. Alright. He'll be dead next turn. He'll be dead next turn because we have an ult, and we can move on here. So we kept him stunned twice in a row, and we only used like 3 skills total. So that worked out very well. Let's do... I'm not even going to make a cut, you know? This is going to just be one long video, I guess. So, Water Stage, Vortex of Ruin, Master. Same team. Now Guy has type Disadvantage, technically. It doesn't really matter. This Chabby does have a lot of defense, and he does heal if you get him low HP. And you gotta wait till like turn 7 or 8 before all of that really wears off. So you may not do a lot of damage going in, but I think you'll be fine. So let's swap you out. Let's go ahead and send these green orbs. 23, 32, guarded that. Alright, so there's Pierce resistance. Thankfully this team is not really dependent on Pierce. Guy, we're gonna save him for when Chabby's about to ult, because that could do quite a bit of damage to us. What do I want to do here? We could use that, and we could use Rimuru. No, let's just send these 2 orbs right here. Alright. It's a bunch of greens. Not the best thing in the world, but we can change out of it now. So 1, 2. Or, actually, we don't even need to use that one. Okay, yeah, perfect. We can get Cleash out of here. Cleash, right? There we go. Perfect. Convert those. Give us a stack. Give us some extra points on the blue orbs so we can use a little bit extra next turn. We're going to swap Rimuru out and keep him in the back because that's where we need to keep him. Guy is coming in. That's fine. And now, there we go. 110 points, another protector, and then some. And we're looking good. Synergy hit right there. Awesome. So there's his defense, there's his guard, and AoE. We got a cheeky counterattack. That's funny. Let's see. Let's get Cleash in here. She can change those greens again. And then Rimuru can convert those oranges. And then, we don't have enough to use his Unity Orbs yet. I think next turn will probably be where we want to use that. And maybe we could have if we had used Violet's Orb Change. It doesn't really matter. All right, 169 points right there. So, I mean, we're doing a lot of damage. He's going to heal, I think, here. Yeah, 1 heal, big heal, because we got him low. He's got Super Guard now. He's almost there to his ult. That's a lot of orange orbs, so sure, we're just gonna use 2 stacks of Vow, get, I mean, probably an EX ult, actually? Is this an EX ult for Violet? No, it's almost an EX ult. Hold on, I wonder. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. So we'll change these to Unity, and they can combo off anything now. So now it's an EX ult. All right, we've found some good usage for Rimuru. Turning bad orb RNG into good orb RNG. All right, Super Guard. Everybody's got an ult here, as well as him. So we're not going to send it. We're going to stun him, and then we'll move on. So pop the stun. That keeps him down. We could just send these, we send these orbs, I guess, maybe. Sure, why not? Cool. And now his buffs are gone. He hasn't ulted us. We have 3 ults now, and we have a lot of points that we can use. So let's go ahead and lower his magic resistance. We'll bring the hero in, and then we can use the magic buff and the crit buff and the rewind just for funsies onesies. And he's gonna die. Blessing skill activation, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Violet does 207,000. We didn't need to stun him. Well, we did last turn, but that was way overkill. He has like 60k health total or something. So, alright, let's move on. Let us move on to, I believe it's the Sky Dragon now, against Wind. Now, our Protector gives us extra damage versus Wind characters, so this is going to be extra easy, because Violet's going to do nutty damage here, and that's just going to make it so much easier. So again, if you have an EX Protector that gives a certain damage buff versus some type, use them, build a team around them if you can, and the fight will be even easier. So we're going to do gobs of damage to the Sky Dragon, and there's really nothing he can do about it. We can actually use his first skill right here, turn it to a full hand of oranges. We'll bring Violet in here for Leash, and I think he's just dead, very close to death. I mean, he'll be like probably 2/3 down, or a third down, almost half in one combo. Perfect. I mean, he poisons us. He lowers our attack eventually if we get there, but we're not going to get there. So let's stun him, I guess. And then we'll use the synergy buff, and I think the ult's just going to kill. Yeah. I think we're done here. Boom, there we go, 64k. Remember, my Violet has no attack gear on. Her support has no attack gear, for the exact purpose of treating her like maybe a newer-ish player's unit who doesn't have good gear. I don't have any attack gear on her, and we still did 64k, and we wiped him in 2 turns. Moving on. The Golem. The Golem may be difficult. The Golem and the Orc of Disaster on turn 6, if you don't kill them by then, they will one-shot your entire front line. So, to prevent that, we have the stun, so he cannot do that. So he's going to be very valuable here. He technically has type advantage. Not that it really matters, because he doesn't hit that hard. Oh, okay. We'll bring Violet in. Now, Violet has type disadvantage here. We're fighting an Earth unit. So maybe it's not the best idea to use her, but we're going to use her anyway, because I have no doubts. So, yeah, we're doing chunks of damage, even type disadvantage. We're going to be okay. Doesn't have an ult quite yet for her. We got a 2-2-2 spread, but we can get around that. The blues are nerfed, so we've come into our first stage where blues are not the best thing in the world, and we are going to get stunned this next turn. It's going to come. So I think I want to just send some Cleash orbs, get those out of the way. And even she's doing okay damage. Alright, cheeky counter. That hurt a little bit. Alright, it missed the stun on Cleash, actually, so that's pretty good. Ooh, well... Yeah, because these other guys are stunned. I think we'll hold off. How long are the blues nerfed for? 1 more turn? I think we just send these. Yeah, because the blues will be unnerfed next turn. Alright, they keep hitting Cleash. Alright, cool, thanks. I appreciate that a lot. Let's do the Rimuru convert and then the Violet convert. And then we'll get Cleash out of here for the hero. And then we're going to rewind, because we got the points for it, so why not? We'll put the Synergy on, which will help us do even more damage, even though we still have 2 space units that are type disadvantage here. This will get us Violet's ult as well, plus a lot of gauge, which means a lot of points are going to come to us. 4,100 damage on the Synergy, even with type disadvantage, and he's under half health. And he even guarded that last hit. What does the rewind turn look like? It looks okay. It's not great. We've already used Violet's Orb Change, though, so we can't do anything else about that. We could use the... well, we could do this. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, we'll do one more stack here. And then we'll try and combine these orange orbs here. Yeah, there we go. And that gets us a lot of points. Okay, cheeky counter, why not? And 3,800. Okay, so he's going to stun us this turn if we don't stun him. Yeah, incoming stun attack. So you know what? Let's go ahead and stun him anyways, even though we could probably kill right now. We're just going to stun him because we're proving a point here. So boom. And we'll move on. We'll try and get the EX ult for Violet, maybe? Yeah, so now he's stunned. He didn't get any ult gauge, so this is turn 6. You know what? Stun him again. Stun him again. I'm gonna kill you, guy. That's how much I disrespect you right here. Alright, he got the ult. Doesn't matter. I'm not even gonna ult him. We're just gonna kill him on normal orbs. Please go away. Please disappear, alright? Stun 3 turns in a row. Because we're running a blue-focused team, we have the points to stun multiple turns, as long as you can, find a way to make the blue orbs work. Even though blues were nerfed at the beginning of the stage, it doesn't mean they're always nerfed. And if you can stun him on a pivotal turn, when blues are no longer nerfed, then we're going to look pretty good. Alright, so next up is Hinata. She gives herself a lot of resistance. Doesn't matter. I think greens are nerfed here. I think, well... No, actually, I think blues are nerfed here, too. We're going to find out. It's been a long time since I've done Conquest Hinata. What does the first hand look like? It's okay. Let's see. Let's get rid of these oranges. So let's bring you in. And then maybe next turn we can just use Cleash's Orb Change and get a whole hand of blues unless they're nerfed. Oh, greens are nerfed. Perfect. Actually, that's really good. So let's get you out of here. Let's send the Cleash orbs. That gets us 50 points. Alright, cheeky counter, why ever not? And we got a different we got Guy Orb Change hand, but we don't have a Earth Guy here. So we can still, let's see. Violet. We'd have to swap Violet out. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's do it. You get out of here. We'll use the Cleash Orb Change. We'll use Rimuru's Steel. There we go. And I think we'll just run with this. Alright, so we got double stack of Valentine and a cheeky counter. She's not doing a lot of damage to us. We're doing decent damage to her. Super guard now. That's what the yellow guard symbol up here. Here's all the extra resistance. She's really not doing that much damage to that. Okay, well, she's dead. Okay, well, we're done here. So what you could have done, maybe if you had points, is you could have stunned her on turn 3 so she doesn't give herself the resistance, and then we probably really would have killed her. Not that it really super duper matters. Let's do the Orbs of Unity just for funsies. Because we'll get, just a little bit extra out of them, and then we'll swap you in. We'll do 2 stacks of Valentine, and that'll buff the rainbow orbs, technically, and also give us the extra damage buff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not damage, but point increase. Alright, so she's still super guarding, but you see, it doesn't really matter because we're just cutting through it. Yeah, or she's just not guarding at all. And we have an EX ult. So, please, leave. Go away. Don't bother me. And have a good trip. Let's do this too. Convert all those? Yeah. Yeah. See ya. Not even synergy right there. Okay, so that's Hinata down. We have, what, 2 more stages? We have Orc and we have Milim, who's going to be the most difficult, quote-unquote. And we're 16 minutes in. I think we're going at a good clip. We're moving at a good pace. Yeah. This fight, again, you do need to stun him on turn 6 or kill him before then, because he will buff himself and he'll wipe the front line as well. So having a stunner on our own guy is going to be also very important for newer players. What's the starting hand? Is a 2/2/2. Okay. We'll just take you out and we'll do this. So we don't have any light. If you have Blanc, she'll do really good damage here because she has type disadvantage, or she has type advantage. Take you out. Convert that. And then we'll send, we'll bring Violet out as well. We'll send these Cleash Orbs. Hopefully we can just get a whole hand of blue Rimurus. Okay, well there's a stun. Of course it stunned Rimuru, though. Because why wouldn't it? But we can just send the one orange. And now we've got a full hand of blues, which means Unity Orbs. Boom. We made it work. Violet can come in and she's not going to wipe, but she'll wipe next turn with an EX ult. Yeah. Alright, we're looking pretty good here. Half health right there. We're not going to have a stun come in now, but we're going to stun him anyways. So he's about to stun us right here if we had to go past this turn. But we're not going to go past this turn because we don't need to go past this turn. I mean, we don't even technically have to stun him. The EX ult will slaughter him. He only has 49,000 HP. But we're going to stun him anyways because, again, that is the point. Let's lower the magic resistance down, because we have the ability to do so. Let's give ourselves some synergy buff as well. And then we can say sayonara. Oh, 48k, didn't actually kill. Not too bad. Next, the final stage, Space Milim. Now this one, I saved this one for last because it is the most difficult. And you're really going to need some good RNG. But thankfully, blue orbs are not nerfed, because in the beginning of the game, it wanted you to run the Golem Protector, and it wanted you to have that up pretty much at all times. So it wanted blue orbs so you could always have guard and you can have counterattacks, and that's how we whittled Milim down in the very beginning. We lowered her Pierce power with Trainee, we healed ourselves with Trainee, we increased our Pierce resistance with, the Chad Gale Gibson and, 3-star Kurobe. That is what we had to do back in the day, 2 years ago. And now, we're just going to giggle our way through this and see if she even does damage to us. We have a good starting hand for Valentine, not Valentine, but Violet as well. It's going to get us a lot of Valentine. So yeah, okay, we're looking pretty good. Let's bring you in. And let's see how this goes. Okay, counterattack. She doesn't have her Pierce buff yet, so her counter doesn't hurt too much right here. It will hurt next turn, depending on how she decides to target. Alright, there's attack and Pierce rate. So, yeah, she can take chunks off. And, I still have my HP and defense gear on, right? That was pretty hefty damage right there. So, let's do this. Let's do the rewind, actually. And then let's do the stack of Lumi. That's going to give us extra gauge on the blues. So we can send these hero orbs. Get extra damage on the synergy. And then what do we look like for next turn? Give me a good orb chain. It's not really what I would call great, honestly. Hopefully... I'll do this. Hopefully this changes this violet. It did not change that violet orb. Okay. We're going to take violet out then. And we're going to change those. 5 blues. Another stack of synergy, so we'll get a lot of points back on this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 102 points, so we can stun her next turn. So depending on how this goes, she could kill Cleash if she wanted to. Oh, okay, she almost killed the hero. So if I didn't have the gear on, the hero would be dead. So, I mean, this stage still hits hard, even if it's Master Conquest, and it's me and my box playing this, right? It's not really that much of a pushover. Let's do the Unity Orbs now. Okay, and then we can combo all of that. We'll bring Guy in for the hero, and then we'll stun her, because I don't want to deal with that again. And then we'll bring Violet in for Cleash, and then we can send this entire combo right here. Give ourselves the synergy buff. We're going to get a lot of gauge. Well, maybe not a lot, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay, or not. There we go. So we have the ult for Violet, and she's going to die from the ult. So there we go. That is every Master Conquest cleared by stunning it into oblivion and using the full, well, not full, but newest meta team that most people are summoning for and should have access to. Maybe your gear is not quite up to snuff yet, but honestly, like, Guy is the whole point of this video. This is the reason why you should pick up Octagram Guy, because he can stun. And you know what? We're going to just make this go on a little longer. Because if you can keep them from not hurting you, you can kill them, right? That's the whole point. The Master Conquest are lowered in difficulty, they have the ability to be stunned, and this is why you need to pick up Octagram Guy as your first character. So I'm pretty sure this is a good showing of why you need him. But, you know, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. That's it for me. Take it easy, guys. Pick up Guy, and I'll see you later.